Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into Tech Boss Lady, How to Start Up, Disrupt, and Thrive as a Female Founder. It's by Adriana Gascoigne.
Right.
And this isn't just, one woman's story. It pulls together insights, lessons, even war stories and sisterly advice, as she puts it, from like 20 other amazing female leaders in tech.
Exactly. And our goal here really is to pull out the key lessons for you. The surprising bits, the practical stuff. Think of it as a shortcut, maybe, to understanding this whole world of entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It's complex, yeah, definitely challenging sometimes,
Oh, for sure.
but also super rewarding.
Yeah.
And while it focuses a lot on women in tech, honestly, these lessons, they're for anyone who wants to, shape their own path.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So to really get Adriana's journey, we kind of have to go way back. Picture this. It's 1989.
Okay.
She's 12. She's in Westlake Village, California. Got the fuchsia tank top, the slap bracelet.
Oh, wow, the whole look.
The whole deal, right? And roller skates. And she's out there pushing flyers for her mom's travel agency, like in grocery store parking lots in Oxnard. That was it. Her first taste of business.
And what's really interesting is how much her family shaped that. Her mom, an immigrant from Mexico, one of 12 kids, she apparently rocked her travel agency.
Yeah.
At one point, she was making more than Adriana's dad. And her dad, he worked for Disney Imagineering, a technical writer.
Wow.
He taught her this idea of work-life integration, always home doing daddy-daughter burping contests.
Yeah.
Fun stuff.
Love it.
It sounds like the whole family just, well, they worked together and took care of each other.
Yeah.
That really instilled this belief that if you work hard, you can build the life you want.
That foundation seems key. Okay, so fast forward a bit. Adriana gets her first tech startup gig,
Right.
an online video startup, and she clarifies, not the porno kind, the Netflix kind.
Good clarification.
Definitely needed back then, I guess. It was super cutting edge for the time. But The Office, total cliche.
Uh-oh. How so?
She calls it a man cave masked as an office. Ping pong, flat screens, a bunch of dudes making fart jokes.
Oh, dear.
And she was the only woman, apart from the receptionist, like one woman, 30 guys. You can almost picture it.
Yeah, unfortunately you can. And management solution.
Oh, it was brilliant. In the worst way, they gave her a corner office on the other side of the building.
Isolating her.
Totally. She called it a flashy prison, couldn't collaborate, couldn't connect. And this unfriendly, sexist work environment, it actually made her physically anxious.
That's serious. And it sparked something, right?
It did. A huge realization. She couldn't be the only one feeling like this. She felt, in her words, depleted, pissed, and downright sad.
Wow. That's heavy.
Yeah.
But it led to something positive.
Absolutely. That feeling, that isolation, that's what birthed Girls in Tech. Her mission was actually pretty simple at first. Just find her tribe.
Find other women going through the same thing.
Exactly. And she wanted it to be fun, hip, definitely not stuffy.
And how did it start? What was the launch like?
Just a single networking night back in 2007 at this dance club called Slide.
Wait, The Slide. Co-owned by Jonathan Abrams from Friendster.
That's the one. Guests literally entered down a giant slide.
Huh. That's very Silicon Valley.
Totally. Got the space for free, used Facebook for marketing. The goal was just get us all into one room and have us step out from the shadows.
And look at it now. It's huge.
It really is. Over 100,000 members, 60 locations globally, CIOs, mentors, mentees, recent grads, male allies, the whole spectrum.
A global army of badass women, as she calls it, fostering real progress. It's amazing how it grew from that one frustrating experience.
It really is. So, okay, Girls in Tech is taking off, and Adriana's experiences start shedding light on what it really takes to thrive, right? Not just as a founder, but maybe even inside a bigger company?
Yeah, exactly. And, Harvey Mackay, the business writer, he really nails this idea of urgency.
Get started now.
Just get started now. But, it's more than just knowing you should start. It's about digging into why you don't. Is it fear? Perfectionism?
Right, that delay tactic we all use sometimes.
Exactly. We stop ourselves. It's not just time running out.
Okay, so urgency is one thing. What else?
Well, Heidi Roizen, she's a legendary VC, teaches at Stanford, but she points to two really critical attributes.
Okay.
First, a growth mindset. Referencing Carol Dweck's work, it's not just about getting through problems.
It's more like how you see them.
Precisely. Focusing on what you can do, looking for ways to improve, taking control of how you react to setbacks, to failure, being okay with learning constantly, adjusting.
Yeah.
Because business is messy, right?
Super messy. Okay, growth mindset. What's the second one?
Tenacity. Just the sheer ability to get up and keep going. Even when the signs are bad, the data looks awful.
So resilience.
Yeah, but it's smart resilience. Learning from the mistakes, tweaking things, and getting back into the game tomorrow. It's not just bang your head against the wall.
Okay. It's stubbornness with a strategy.
Kind of, yeah. It's recalibrating, not just repeating. Failing smarter.
That makes sense. And this ties into that idea you mentioned, entrepreneurship.
Right. Entrepreneurs within a company. Adriana is an example. Pam R., who is Girls in Tech's marketing director.
Yeah.
She had this, 4 a.m. spark of inspiration for an International Women's Day campaign.
Yeah.
It's pure entrepreneurship. Acting like a founder within your role.
Gotcha. And Adriana did this herself, too.
Oh, yeah. Back in 2008, working at Ogilvy and Mather on the Intel account.
Okay.
She brought her startup shops, came up with these kind of guerrilla-style marketing tactics, used social media, this was early days for that stuff, in big corporates, even partnered with Oprah.
Wow, with Oprah. Nice.
Yeah. Her scrappy background gave her the resilience and the attitude to push harder, think bigger, and Intel actually went for all her edgy ideas.
That's huge. So how do leaders actually encourage that? How do you build a culture where people feel safe doing that?
Yeah.
Julia Hartz at Eventbrite is mentioned, right?
Yeah. Yes. She's a great example. Eventbrite's got, 1,000 employees? But they still focus on innovation. Hart says exceptional talent needs room to run.
Room to run. I like that.
And she contrasts it with dinosaur corporations. You know the type. Slow, endless approvals.
Kills ideas dead.
Totally. Hartz believes leaders have to own the culture. Make it not very political. A place where we win and lose together.
Okay, so psychological safety is key.
Absolutely. Employees need to know they can fail, and it won't be the end of the world, that their team has their back. That's what lets people work fast, try things, iterate, experimentation over rigidity.
And Adriana does this at Girls in Tech, too, even with limited resources.
Definitely. She relies on her team for the big picture stuff, the innovation.
Yeah.
They have these weekly sprint meetings. She calls it a freestyle approach, more about brainstorming than just status updates.
Okay, so what's the bottom line for fostering this?
It's simple, but hard. You must trust your employees implicitly.
Implicitly. Wow.
And it's not just saying you trust them, it's showing it. Being transparent, sharing the risks, maybe even being vulnerable yourself as a leader. Because if you can't trust them...
Then maybe you hired the wrong people.
That's exactly her point. You got to empower people.
Right. Okay, so trusting your team, but building that team in the first place sounds like a whole other challenge. Adriana admits she struggled.
Oh yeah, big time. She says flat out, I'm just hiring the wrong people, and then I'm failing them as a leader.
Wow, that's honest.
Super honest. She even cut back on her own travel to spend more time coaching her team, trying to fill in the gaps. It shows even successful founders wrestle with this stuff.
So it's not just about finding talent, it's about leading them. What about other examples? Allison Welch.
Right, Allison Welch. She went from big enterprise at Akamai to being the first sales head at a pre-revenue startup. Huge shift.
I bet. What were her challenges?
Compensation, for one. They had strict limits, so they hired sales reps with mid-range experience. These folks weren't necessarily used to the hardcore cold calling a new startup needs.
Ah, okay. Mismatch of skills and needs.
Exactly. And she realized, maybe the hard way, that you need to warm up the market first. Marketing, lead gen.
Yeah.
That needs to happen before you hire a full sales team.
Don't hire sales before there's something to sell or someone to sell to?
Pretty much. And the trait she looks for now, above all else, intellectual curiosity.
Interesting. Why that?
Because it means they're natural problem solvers. They're genuinely fascinated by solving problems for your customers.
Yeah.
That adaptability is crucial in a startup.
That makes a lot of sense. But these people problems, Adriana warns, they can be really destructive, right? They can sideswipe founders.
They really can. Founders are often optimistic, maybe a bit control freaky.
Head in the sand sometimes.
Yeah, maybe. And dealing with messy human stuff can be tough when you're focused on the vision. But you can't hire and then tune out with a corona.
Huh. Good quote. You have to stay engaged.
You have to be present, willing to guide. Adriana developed strategies, like first, recognizing her own inner paranoia. Basically, not reacting instantly. Taking 24 hours to just decompress, let things marinate before jumping in.
Step back, get perspective. Smart.
And second, really thoughtful hiring, not rushing it. Taking the time, leaning on her board, getting multiple people's input to find the right fit, even if it's slower.
Patience and process over speed.
Exactly. Due diligence on the human side.
Okay, so you've got the team, hopefully the right team. Now, what about the actual product? What needs to happen there? Hillary Weber's advice seems key.
Yeah, Hillary Weber really emphasizes the customer. Innovation, she says, is all about the customer response.
If they don't need it or want it, it's not innovation.
Precisely. You don't have innovation until you're fulfilling a real customer need. Her advice, super simple. Get out of the building, go talk to people.
Get out of your own head in your own office.
Exactly. And this connects to the MVP idea, minimum viable product.
Right. Don't spend forever polishing.
Don't polish the chrome too long or your competitors will zoom past you. Get something out there. Learn, iterate.
And crowdfunding fits in here too.
Yeah, it's not just about the seed money. It's proof. Proof to investors that actual people will pay for this thing. Market validation, basically.
And building in virality, like Zoom.
Yeah, thinking about how the product itself can encourage sharing. Designing for growth from the start.
Makes sense. What about Donna Boyer? From Airbnb, now Stitch Fix. What insights did she offer?
She talks about needing straight-up critical thinking skills. And this blend, she calls it art and science in product development.
Art and science, how does that play out?
It's balancing analytics with intuition. You need the data, absolutely. You can't operate without the data, but you also need the vision, the goal.
So data informed, not data dictated.
That's a great way to put it. And prototypes are huge for her. Build, test, refine, test again. Like weekly in front of real people.
Weekly? Wow, that's fast.
Yeah, even just rough sketching your product on paper and getting feedback is better than working in a vacuum. Gather hands-on data or bust.
See what they do, not just what they say.
Exactly. And finally, question everything. Check the data against your brand, against your gut. Don't just follow the numbers off a cliff.
Okay, solid advice now. Let's talk pitching. Adriana says, there's nothing sexy about pitching.
Oh, yeah, she really pulls back the curtain on that one. Forget the badass from afar image.
It's more like nerves and tech fails.
Totally. Compulsive editing of the deck, trembling hands, praying the demo doesn't crash.
Yeah.
It sounds absolutely grueling.
And the VC side, Rana's experience sounds rough.
Oh, incredibly. Shockingly, not what I expected, she said. VCs who didn't even hit the open button on her deck.
Seriously, didn't even open it.
Or spent just seconds on it. Literally, seconds that you can count on one hand.
Ouch.
And she points out, many VCs, due to lack of diversity, can't grasp that they're not the target market. They struggle to break away from their own lives to understand what real people need and want.
That's a huge barrier for founders tackling different markets.
It really is. Though Heidi Roizen offers a useful generic pitch template. I was doing X, saw people struggle with Y. X did not solve for Y. Storytelling, backed by data.
Tell the story, show the numbers, got it. And Jessica Ma from Get Around, her story is wild.
Yeah, she prepped like crazy for TechCrunch Disrupt. Militantly prepared. Still got comments from VCs like, I would never even share my car with my wife.
Wow. Just completely missing the point based on their own narrow view.
Exactly. It shows just how hard it can be to get investors to see beyond their own bubble.
Okay, so pitching is tough. And this brings us to something often glossed over. The dark side. The stress. The burnout.
Yeah, this part is really important. Adriana is very open about her own struggles. A softball-sized knot of anxiety, halo-style headaches, just going through the motions like a robot sometimes.
Sounds draining.
And she's seen worse in friends, like movie category nervous breakdowns, heart palpitations, panic attacks. Lisa Falzone from Revel Systems. She noticed a typical 4-year burnout period for founders.
4 years? That's specific.
Yeah, she saw how that intense stress just grinds people down, affects their physical health. It's a serious occupational hazard.
And related to that, failure. The ugly word, as Adriana calls it.
Right. Silicon Valley likes to pretty it up, make it a badge of honor.
But she's not buying it.
No. She says, I don't buy it. It feels embarrassing. It feels personal. It hovers in your shadows. Makes you feel incredibly lonely.
That feels much more real than the fail fast mantra sometimes.
It does. She shares her own story from Singapore, feeling like a shell leading a shell of a company and basically running away from it.
Wow.
And Tijal Shah from Kid Admit, her seed round didn't close. Company ran out of money. And she faced investor skepticism about a woman with a family running a startup.
Ugh, those biases again.
Yep. But Adriana's final point here is powerful.
Yeah.
It's not really about the failure itself. It's about the risk.
Okay. Explain that.
It's about celebrating the attempt.
Yeah.
Celebrating the leaps, the chances, the maybes, and the what-ifs. Reframing it from a personal failing to the courageous act of trying something hard.
That's a much healthier perspective. Okay, so dealing with risk, potential failure, that takes confidence. Let's talk about that. Adriana says you need it. even if you're faking it.
Right. Even if you start out shy, like she apparently did, living a sheltered life, you learn to project it. She even has a red dress.
Her confidence uniform?
Exactly. Her superhero cape, something that makes her feel unabashedly in charge. It suggests confidence can be cultivated, put on almost.
Like a tool you use. Interesting.
And Marty Rosenberg, a coach mentioned in the book, has this strategy called balancing the scales.
Balancing the scales.
Yeah, for people who tend to focus on risks, don't just list why you might fail. Actively gather evidence for why you will succeed. Counteract the negativity bias.
Consciously build the case for success.
Right. And this connects to the confidence gap, too. You know, that stat about men applying for jobs with 60% of the qualifications, women waiting for 100%.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Well, Sarah Burr, the CEO of Moz, she apparently just stomps on all these notions.
Oh, so?
She openly admits she didn't feel confident enough for the CEO role at first. But she figured it out. She found her way by just navigating the unknowns, dealing with the uncertainty.
So confidence isn't about already knowing everything.
It's about trusting yourself, to learn, to adapt, to figure it out as you go.
That's really empowering. And part of figuring it out is asking for help, right? Building a network.
Absolutely crucial. Building that circle of trust. Adriana leans on old friends, other founders, even close guy friends for that slap-in-the-face logical advice sometimes.
Sometimes you need that directness.
Totally. It's not weakness, it's strategy.
Yeah.
And your board of directors, they're not just window dressing.
Not a cute startup accessory.
Exactly. They're gems sitting in velvet-lined boxes.
Yeah.
You need to use them. Manage expectations, treat them like peers, ditch the imposter syndrome.
Get value from them. And what about HR? When do you bring that in?
The advice is pretty clear. When you start second-guessing, do you have 18 employees or was it 21?
When you literally can't keep track anymore.
Yeah. Time to get help with the administrative crap and human stuff. Know when to bring in experts so you can scale properly.
Makes total sense. Okay, wow. We covered a ton.
We really have.
So, wrapping this up for you, the listener, what are the big takeaways? We went from Adriana's roller skates to the tough realities for women in tech, the need for grit, this cool idea of entrepreneurship, getting that product validated.
The painful truth about pitching.
Oh, yeah. And just how vital confidence and a solid support system are.
It's the whole roller coaster.
Yeah.
And Adriana has this really interesting thought about girls in tech's future. She says it'll be over when there's no need for it to exist.
Meaning when women aren't being dismissed, written off, pushed to the outer edge anymore.
Exactly. When progress for all women is just normal. So the final thought for you to chew on is, what does that future look like? And maybe more importantly, what small changes can you make starting today to help build a world where groups designed to lift people up aren't needed anymore?
A powerful thought to end on.